Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug, and unfortunately, Justin inadvertently summoned the evil avatar of the great turkey god, Cthulhu. So he is currently dealing with that right now. So I got a replacement, a wonderful master of the world of D&D, a prolific lifter, a very intelligent human being, and a wonderful friend. Please welcome Eric Drezner. Welcome, sir.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. What
Of
a wonderful
course.
intro.
It is. It's great. And we're going to get more on that in just a second, but we got to kick this off with a question. That question is, I alluded that you were a D&D master, and it's true. If there were a broadcaster that could sit there and break down a D&D session like they do on NFL Sunday, this is your guy, Eric. It's great. It's fantastic. So in the vein of Dungeons and Dragons, Eric, what is your favorite Dungeons and Dragons monster or creature?
I want to do like a deep dive on this, but if this is just going to be quick, then you know,
by all means, let it breathe. Give me your stuff.
So I've got actually, I was thinking about this because you let me know that you were probably going to ask this, and I definitely have like a standard favorite, and then I have like a homebrew favorite.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear them both.
And I guess I can't say Strahd or like Vampire.
I mean, you can say Strahd if you love him. You know,
that would be too boring though. It's too. It's too close. It's too close to the chest right now. You know.
For those of you who don't know, I'm DMing a Curse of Strahd campaign, and Eric is one of the players in that right now. So, and they're nearing the end of their journey.
It's rough out there, boys. It's rough. We're all gonna die. So I am actually pulling. I don't know if this exists in the current Monster Manual. At least I haven't seen it. But back when I was first introduced to D&D, I believe 3rd edition had like just come out. This was like around the year 2000 or so. And I played D&D for the first time in a sleepaway camp that I went to. But the books that I had and that like I was able to pick up from there, I don't even know how I got these books. Like I have a 2nd edition Monster Manual and I have this book.
That's so cool. Look at that.
Very cool. I don't know. Yeah, the blur is messing with it, the focus.
Anyway, that's so cool.
It's cool. But that book is basically like in D&D, there's a cosmology and there's like different planes you can visit. There's the prime material, which is like, basic reality. It's kind of the one-to-one of our plane, but there's the astral plane. There's different heavens, there's different hells, whatever. So this just deals with like things from those freaky areas. And in them, they have something called a mortai. And there's nothing really crazy about, but I really just like it because it's because of the vibes. And I can actually show you the picture if this will. I don't know if it'll show up well, but it's basically a big cloud.
Oh,
can you see that?
Look at that.
Yeah. It goes in the Beastlands. It basically just throws lightning bolts at you. But the reason I like it is because what it likes to do is it likes to fuck with adventurers that take themselves too seriously. And
that's awesome.
So like they're clouds, right? So like some of the practical pranks they'll put on is they'll like have it, a rain cloud follow around like an emo boy all day, or something like that. Or they'll just like send gusts of winds to blow like a guy's hat off and just troll people. And so like I love that about them because they're very powerful. Like their challenge rating and CR and everything is super high. They're very hard to actually kill if you actually want to get into combat with one of them. But I just like that because, I feel like it's a call out to me because I like to make very self-serious, tragic emo boy characters. And I feel like that monster would have a wonderful, wonderful time just trolling the ever-loving shit out of me.
That's amazing.
And I hope that we never go to the Beastlands where that thing resides. And
that's amazing. I just looked, I had to find like a deep cut of this on the internet as you're talking.
It's Mortai, Mortai.
Yeah, it says its intelligence is godlike. 21 plus is what they called it apparently in that edition. That's
that edition still had 2-hit armor class 0. They had like negative armor classes was like good armor classes as opposed to like 3rd edition where I think they finally switched over to like higher the number, the better your armor is, which seems a little more intuitive. But yeah, those were the days.
That's amazing. What a great suggestion.
Yeah. So I like that. They're just cool. That whole book though, honestly, like I just love the art from that time period. Like it's got like this like, I don't want to say it's like punk, but like I don't know. Like I'll just like flip through some of these pages.
Is it kind of like I don't know if you ever? Is it kind of like the art from like Final Fantasy VI? Or Final Fantasy 3 if it's from,
Yes, kind of, sort of, like, yeah, like, a little bit. It's, like, got a little bit of a different style, but, like, this is their take on ASMR, for example. It's, like,
Sure.
very
Yeah.
starry.
That's so
They have, like,
cool.
very I don't know, they just have, like, and just the fonts, like, it was a different time, back
Right.
in 2000. So,
Yeah, I mean, 25 years ago, bro.
dude,
Jesus.
actually insane,
Time.
right? It's a flat circle.
Yeah.
But no, so what was I saying? I just like that book, and I forget what tangent was going on, but I just love the art in that, and I just think they did a really good job with that particular book, which, if anyone wants to know, it's an appendix for the Monstral Compendium, Appendix 2 of Planescape.
Damn.
But then the homebrew that I want to mention was, I kind of feel like if you can edit this in, perhaps maybe just say like spoilers to any possible people that might have a campaign with their DMs that like to bring in homebrew monsters, because maybe they don't want to hear this. Because if you hear this, it kind of like it takes out the cool part of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait like a beat, and then I'll say it.
All right, hold on. Let's give it. When you hear this tone, it will start.
I'm gonna come.
Begin.
Okay. Insane. Amazing. So it's called the False Hydra.
Oh yeah, you've talked about this so many times.
I've talked about this. Seth, I think, also knows about this one. The really cool like gimmick with it is that it can sing a song essentially that has like a huge range. Like you just need to like kind of just very slightly hear it, and it can just alter your memories in any way that it wants to. And kind of like the way that works, like the way that a lot of people run that is that if you hear it, if you happen to have seen it, it will erase the memory of it from your head, so you will not know. And like one of the big hooks is like you're called to a village that's just missing a bunch of people, and you get there and it seems like it's a normal village, but like there's a lot of people that seem to like shops aren't ran, that like there's a shop here that's like not in disrepair. It's clearly been used recently, but like no one's running it today. And like there's a bunch of that happening. And when you ask the townspeople about, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. They're like, no, everything's fine, because the way it'll manipulate your memory is it will kind of it will rectify any sort of inconsistencies in your head, that like you just accept the reality for what it is, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense, because it has that kind of control. And so just going on a detective trip to kind of find out what the hell is actually going on is a lot of fun, which is why I didn't want to spoil people that might be playing D&D and might have a DM that likes to do homebrew.
Yeah,
so
that's so cool. That's such a cool creature.
It's very cool, like to make like a detective story hook and like a creepy village, like what is going on, and trying to figure that out. I mean, you could have so much fun with that. I'm sure your DM mind is just a tingle.
I mean, it's a lot. There's nothing I'd love to do more than to do like a detective mystery. I've had ideas for things that I'm like just mechanically, I was like, I can't get it to work.
Right.
To do like a true one shot, not like hey guys, let's do one shot that's 15 sessions. That was
awesome. Stop. You always say that about that one shot, and I always like you say it like it's like a bad thing. And like Doug, I had so much fun doing that. That was my first like as an adult, not like as a teenage boy, because I played a little bit when I was a teenager, just at camp, and then like never played through college, never played in high school after that, and like didn't get to play again until 5th edition, with you being like, hey, I want to run this one shot. And that thing was awesome. Like Kai and I'm
glad you liked
House
it.
of Ironfold. We did.
The problem was that for 2 of the people of the 5, they were like, hey man, I can't commit to this. I thought this was truly going to be like 1 or 2 sessions. And they're like, I can't do this for 15 weeks, man.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I take back every nice thing I said, and fuck you, Doug. How dare you?
I was like, no, this is good, because it was a good story, but it wasn't a one shot. It was a limited series, maybe.
I'm trying to think, like, if we were maybe more experienced, you could maybe do it in like one shot. You'd probably still have to trim, because you'd
I'd have to trim
like, little
lot.
things for our characters, and like the trip there, and like we had a shopping episode, which we got introduced to the Beaver King of Tribor, which was
amazing. My God, right? That's where the Beaver King of Tribor came from. That's right.
I mean, like, so there were these little gems, not even at the main event, and
so good. Yeah. I was also still new to DMing, and that was all homebrewed, and I mean, I'd done a whole campaign, but I was like, I don't know. Anyway, it'd be fun to flesh that out, but also mechanically, I don't know how that would have worked as you guys got towards the end. I'm like, you guys might be fucked. I don't know.
You did a starter campaign before that, right? But that was like,
that was like the Lost Mines of Phandelver. That was like truly like levels 1 through 5, and that's basically all it was. So I did that for a year. So I got my DM legs under me, but this was an undertaking to try and do something purely homebrewed. But as far as like time. A creature that I've heard of in the D&D world that I feel like is like, if you want to be an asshole as a DM, you throw in a rust monster. Eric. Oh yeah. Essentially this is a creature that there's a chance that essentially will ruin your gear. So
it's always fun.
Yeah, so you have to make a dex saving throw, which isn't high, but if you fail, you take a -1 penalty to the AC and or to its attack, and the armor is destroyed if the penalty reduces its AC to 10, and the weapon is destroyed if its penalty reaches -5. So essentially, you can destroy people's armor.
I gotta say, as a player, like mechanics like that, where whether it's equipment or your stats, where it like will reduce that, because if any of your stats go to 0, you die. And obviously, like if it's an important stat like strength or something, and you need that if you're a melee character, like I need to be able to attack things. It sucks as the fight goes on and it gets drawn out and you start failing some of those throws, you become less and less effective, and you're just like, this is so like I don't know if some DMs love that. I don't like that as a player. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in. Sometimes you have to deal with those kind of things. But yeah.
Fortunately for this, it only affects non-magical items.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, well, it sucks if you have like, hey, I got plate mail, and all of a sudden it's like, boop, boop, boop.
Saved
like,
up for that plate mail.
Fuck.
Is there a way to restore the armor once, or is it just like
I think based on the new rules, it says the penalty can be removed by casting the mending spell on armor or weapons. So I think in the older version that wasn't the case. I don't think that was the case.
Yeah, they probably had that in because people just were like, "Hey."
People were like, "This sucks, man. This sucks. I don't want to ruin my gear, bro. This blows."
Yeah.
So, but I think it's an interesting idea to have like, hey, if you fight this thing, your shit could break, Yeah. But also as a player, it would suck,
I also really like you usually don't fight them, but they're in the monster manual anyway. But things like planetars and solars, like the sort of the holy angel type monsters.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I don't know why it's weird. I'm not like religious. Like I wasn't brought up Christian or Catholic or Jewish or anything. But like divine stuff has always like interested me. Like even when I played World of Warcraft, I played like a priest and a paladin and stuff. All that. And I played it like an ASMR in our campaign. So.
But
those things
are fucking awesome.
They're insane. Actually, you can if you like if you shape change or true polymorph yourself into like a planetar, like you're doing good. You're doing better than your marshals in the party.
I mean, this thing's got legendary actions. This thing's CR's 21. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're very powerful.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't have time to read all that. That guy looks dope as hell, though. That's an angel with a 6-pack and some cum gutters, man. That's how you know it's CR is up there, brother. I tell you what. Good luck hitting
cum
him.
Gutters. Yeah.
It's called discipline.
Right.
Goddamn right. That's cool. Well, if anyone's listening who likes D&D, let us know in those comments what you think about what your favorite D&D monster is. YouTube.com/MindGapPodcast. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's free. It helps us. Drop us a comment. Let us know. Link in the description there for a link to our Discord where you can join in the conversation there. We have a whole D&D channel dedicated to it. So
we do. Do it.
And it's fun. Do it. Do it.
Do it now.
Good. So fun thing about Eric and I is we have been friends since almost around the year 2004, I think. 2004, 2005-ish.
Tell the story, Doug.
We started playing World of Warcraft is where we met. Back in the launch days of this game. And we met and we joined a guild. My buddy Jeff and I joined a guild. We met you there and we hit it off instantaneously. And Eric is one of the people who I've been friends with for a long time, and yet we have never met in person. And to this day, I consider that a failure on
both our parts.
Because Eric lives far away from me in these United States, and we just haven't had twice.
Almost.
I was going to travel for work. And the first time it was foiled because the building we were going to go have our stuff at flooded. And then the second time I got laid off 2 months before it happened, and it pisses me off to no end that I was like, damn it.
freaking stupid, man. It's dumb.
I was like, we were gonna meet, and it was gonna be great. We would embrace. We do a Spartan handshake. It was gonna be great.
Spartan handshake.
Yeah,
those days. I'm gonna just call it the guild because who cares? Like that was from 2000.
They're not around.
We were around. They don't know. So the only person I know from the guild still is Doug. So yeah, but it was in Tiger Moon on Skywall server, Lion side. I played a Night Elf Rogue, and Doug played a gnome mage named Alban.
Mage Alban. That's right. Yeah.
You had a little terror that followed you around named Peeps in the guild, if I recall. He was also a gnome mage, and
he was
a special person for sure. I don't know what his deal was, but he just tried. I think he looked up to you, and you hated it for some reason.
It felt weird. I was like, this isn't the place to do this, man. I was also like, I didn't have the right meta build either. I was like, I want to be a fire mage, but everyone, like, the meta was frost. I was like, I want to be frost. I want to be fire. And I was like, not as good, but he always tried to duel me.
He took it too far. He just went too far with it. It was like, hey man, take it down a notch, please. Step back.
Yeah. There were some characters in that guild, let me tell you. It was wild.
There were.
The wild time, man. The drama.
Oh, some of the strangest and happiest days of my life.
Yeah, man. I remember that fondly because it was fun playing with you guys, and then I left my job at the hotel to do like stagehand work for like 2 weeks, and then I was out of a job, and I just played World of Warcraft like crazy. I got
it'll do that to you. It'll get you.
I grinded away to get that, and gross times. Don't feel good about that. But but it's the friends we made along the way,
Well, I feel good about for both of us, Doug.
Agreed. Well, no, that's just like Eric and I, like we would maybe not talk for a year, maybe a year and a half, but then one of us would message each other and be like, hey man, check out this game. And we'd just be like, yeah. And we just like pick up right where we left off. And it was super cool. And fun.
Recently though, we've been in touch like all the time. I mean, we're playing D&D together. So, that's a weekly thing. And, but even before that, I feel like we just started playing games, or maybe since House of Ironfold at least for sure. But it was like that.
Once House of Ironfold like kind of rolled around, we've been consistently like
we reconnected. We found each other like star-crossed lovers, destined,
and it's been beautiful. It's been absolutely beautiful, and I love it.
There'll be poems, warrior poems about it.
Warrior poems will be written and will be read in AI voices.
Oh God, Seth is crying.
The world cries. Well, I'm so glad you're here because our main topic for this episode is all about the most inconvenient doomsday devices created by villains in movies, TV shows, all sorts of media. And this is a fun topic for me because a lot of this time I just like accepted, like, oh yeah, this is reality. And sometimes when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, that seems really inefficient. Like this seems like a real, when you break it down, you're like, this is highly complex. Or you don't realize that maybe they just gloss over about how complex it is and how insane it would be to operate, I don't know, say a Death Star, which we'll get into momentarily. But like, what are the maintenance of these things that's required? Like, what's its vulnerabilities? Is it stupid? Is it a stupid vulnerability, right? Or is it just like, it's like everything has to go exactly right or this doesn't work sort of situation. Because like as you're watching or whatever, like, oh, this is so cool. But then we step back and like, wait a second, one wrong move,
right?
And this falls apart. This is not a good plan. This was just lucky. Is it like does it require a stupid amount of time to actually be effective? Like, is it a long game?
It's a long setup, long game. Yeah.
Long setup.
You're vulnerable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like there's a whole bunch of elements here that we're going to kind of like walk through as we go through some of these.
And I think we should include not just like a device, but also just like a master plan. Like, you know what I mean? Like these convoluted, like, cause you were kind of referring to that, like these convoluted, crazy, multi-step, sometimes years long master plans that come to fruition where like everything needs to go exactly correct in this specific way. Like this decision tree, it had to go that way out of like the many ways it could have gone, and on down the map we go. And like it's over the tree and it still works out.
In the complexity of human society,
right?
Idea
exactly.
That it's able to pull off. You're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the smell test.
Was it cool? Like I have one of mine particularly about that one specific. We'll get to Watchmen, which I'm like, cool.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Questions, Ozymandias. I know you're the smartest man alive, but also you're also one of the wealthiest people, but also I think I have questions. So let's start off what I referenced already, the Death Star in Star Wars. Practical Doug is like, Jesus Christ, what does it take to build this thing?
Yeah.
And let's face it, multiple movies, a whole series,
Mhm.
a prequel movie talked about all the elements. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Andor.
Oh, I have. I just it's it's not so like cemented in my memory. I did see it, but I like the details. I wouldn't really be able to.
Yeah.
to,
Well, season 1. I mean, they reference like these people that are in this prison colony, and they're just making shit.
I lied. I haven't seen Andor. I was thinking of Rogue One. I saw. Right,
Fair enough. I will back
yeah.
up. I will back up then. Rogue One, they're stealing fucking crystals from Jeddah. You know, like you're like, wow. And throughout Andor, it's like a fantastic show, by the way. For someone
Should I
who's
watch it? It's good.
fallen out of love with Star Wars, amazing show.
Okay.
Top to bottom, fantastic. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
But you kind of see on a like granular level, like what it's like living under the Empire's thumb and what kind of shit the Empire's doing and what the lengths they're willing to go to get resources to use for the fucking Death Star.
Insane, almost cartoonishly villainous.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yes.
like we're talking like subjugating a planet, like just doing some guerrilla war shit to like upend the whole political system to get access to materials. And I'm just like,
and that's just one planet.
That's like one planet for one material.
Multiply that across the galaxy,
right?
For whatever.
And they built it twice.
They built it twice. Also, wait, what is the time scale from New Hope to Return of the Jedi?
Oh, that's a great question, man.
Is it? It's not like a ton of time. Like I know it's some years it's supposed to be, but I don't think it's like 20 years. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like how did they just fucking? I forget because was in New Hope, is the Death Star completely destroyed, or is it? There's like some remnants of it.
I mean, it's destroyed. Right? So, like they nuke it, so it's like
build a new one from scratch.
Yeah.
How did they get all the manpower and materials back together for that?
From
Doesn't make any fucking sense, Doug.
And Return of the Jedi. It is. Oh my god. So I guess it's like 4 years.
Yeah, not enough time. That's not enough time, right? That can't be enough time.
So
to
New Hope, it says 0 BBY. I don't know what BBY stands for.
That's like
before Battle of Yavin.
ADBC. Yeah. That's their.
So New Hope is at 0. Empire Strikes Back is at 3. Return of the Jedi is at 4. So 4 years after they listen. I understand we're in the future, right? I'm sorry, long time ago. My bad. But we're in a sci-fi universe,
right?
Where shit like this happens.
Advanced, sure.
But the idea of like it gets exploded and immediately someone goes, all right, project managers get together. We're building it again.
Because that's the thing too. It's not just that like the Death Star got exploded. It's also that like the Empire itself, all the important people on the Death Star who might have been there, they're all like their hierarchy. Yeah, everything. Right, exactly. All the people that maintained it, all the engineers, like they're gone. Like they're dead and gone. They had to recruit a whole new crop, and they did that and got all together, and they were able to not fuck it up and make it bigger, better and better, and in Return of the Jedi, and also, was it, you said that Empire Strikes Back was year 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So was it still going on? Like I don't know canonically, like did they basically start right after New Hope, or did they actually start after like Empire Strikes Back? And then so
I hope it started after Empire Strikes Back because that's 1 year from Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi. So I have to assume after that got destroyed, they immediately had to, and also the amount of wealth. I mean, you think about all the money and effort that goes into that. There's this game called EVE Online. I think I've talked to you about it before.
I played it with you.
Yeah. Oh, did we play it?
We did play it for a spell. Yes, we did.
It is a wild game. But in that game, there is the ability to create a gigantic Death Star-like thing called a Titan. And what it takes for you to learn the skills alone, because this is a game where like you learn your skills in real time. Like it's a game where like you log out and your skills are still like whatever. So it's kind of almost like an idle game in that regard. It takes you a literal year to learn the ability to just have the ability to pilot a Titan, not to mention everything that goes into building it. So you think about like, if that goes, if that Titan gets destroyed, people will go, fuck. So
yeah, man,
the scope, the amount of GDP it takes to build this thing. And then it explodes, and then they build it again, and then it explodes again. At that point, people have to be like, man, fuck the Empire. Like, they have to be bankrupt, right? Like, they have no credit to their name. Like, that's insane.
Can I
Not
just
to mention
really
their armadas.
quickly?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to, like, sidetrack, but I love like the twinkle I see in your eye whenever you talk about Eve. It's just adorable.
It's a game I don't understand. It's
But
an
you loved
intense,
it so much.
insane game.
You also really love games, I feel like, that do that mechanic where you learn a skill like when you step away.
It was unique to me because everything else is like you have to be online doing stuff. So to me, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like it encourages you to keep your subscription active because as long as it's active, your it's going, man. Like you're learning those skills.
You're
cool.
upgrading. Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, but back so that's just building this thing. And you also got to think, what's it take to run this fucking space station that's the size of a fucking moon, right? Like just for it, what's the standard like cost, the overhead cost just to run this thing? Like what's its power supply? You're talking like all the different turrets, like sure, they got droids and shit, but someone's got to maintain the droids, right? Like,
I mean, you see how many people in the movies are running around there, like, just busy little bees, like manning and operating every different system and subsystem. I mean, it's insane. It's like a whole goddamn planet's population is in there.
Right.
It's absurd. It's a moon. It's
a goddamn moon. It's like at some point that moon can travel, right? Yeah. Like it can move like
Which
slowly.
Which leads me to the question, okay, did we need to make a moon-sized object for this? Like, I feel like, look, now we're taking.
I would say for the ability to destroy another planet,
maybe
probably needs to be that size,
But this is like the same universe where we have like a Sith Lord that's able to devour a planet with just like the dark side of the Force. If you get into like some of the crazy comic books, but that's a different tangent. That's like going off into physics and of Star, which we don't need to.
I can't contribute much to that. I can make shit up, but I'm not going to contribute to that. Honestly. But then you think also like, what's it take for this thing to power up and fire its special weapon, right? What's the cooldown on that? Because what does it take to fire that up and have like a concentrated blast that just, it shoots and immediately destroys a fucking planet. Like
energy-wise, it's absolutely insane. Yeah.
So like that has to be so, and then you see in the newer ones, right? That's like the Star Killer base. It absorbs a star. It absorbs an entire star to then fire. Also, man, when they're outside watching this thing fire, I'm like, all those guys are dead. They've got radiation poisoning. I mean, they just watched this. They consumed the sun and then watched it blast.
Yeah, there's some physics there that is definitely just wonky and doesn't make any fucking sense. So,
and listen, I don't like to nitpick on shit like that, but I do. I'm also like, whoa, you guys just nuked like 5 planets. Like from way downtown.
That's such a good point though about the star, like in the new ones. I try to not. I'm not a huge fan of the new movies, so I've watched each one like once for posterity. I'm like, all right, that's I saw it, I did it. But like the you're right, like absorbing the star and like there being like no space-time effects, no gravity effects, and like no problem on the star system, and yes, all the people that like might be exposed to like the radiation of a fucking star being funneled through the spacecraft that they're in, like, come on, man, like what are we doing here?
Also the ability to be like, turn on the suction, like it's from Spaceballs, and they're just like sucking in the star. The star's like, oh no, as it just gets
out of
pulled
control.
in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's a big one, right? Like the idea of like, we're going to build this thing. We're going to power it. We're going to maintain it. Because you're also, again, just the overhead, everything like that. The fact that thing remained a secret is astonishing to me.
Yes,
the sheer amount of people tracking the shipments of where the ships are going to deliver the materials. Like that's crazy.
And even in like Return of the Jedi, like after like it's like they knew that they had the capability to make something like that. I mean, I guess you could say like in the first one they tried to disguise it as a moon, and so somehow people didn't know. But still, like it doesn't make sense to me in my head. But you're right, because
the Senate still existed. The Galactic Senate still existed in the first half of Episode 4.
I mean,
they didn't dissolve it till later on.
Think of the accounting. Like somebody's looking at the books and being like, "Where's all this?" Like what is going on? Where's all this? Where these accounts are not balancing out? Like where's all this money escaping to? When they were, putting that all together. So there was definitely a paper trail, and it is amazing that no one found that paper trail.
I love that you're leaning on your accounting experience. I think that's great.
No, I try not to.
You're digging into your blood, into your calling. I love it. It's really good.
But that, and then also, like you said, like there's so many people involved, and that's a problem with a lot of the plans that we can talk about. Is like there's so many people involved in every moving part. The fact that like people are able to just like keep it quiet and like nobody finds out until it comes to fruition basically is like insane, until like the villain decides to reveal it. I mean, even like the other Death Star in just like the fact that they were almost done building it before anyone fucking noticed it again.
Right?
We didn't learn our lesson the first time.
And one other quick thing. What does destroying something like that do to the economy? Because I don't think that was like liquid assets. They obviously had loans and shit, right? Like on this stuff as collateral. Like
Doug's on the accounting now.
I'm just saying, like from an economic standpoint, that had to wreck the galactic economy. Like this thing just going bust like that. I mean, that
Good
can't
point.
be good.
Not good. No,
Not good.
certainly not.
All right.
Yeah.
The next one I want to move on to is the League of Shadows fear gas from Batman Begins. Great idea, right? Like visually, if you haven't seen the movie, essentially this shadowy organization, the League of Shadows, they're all about, balancing, aptly named. They're all about balancing things and getting rid of corrupt things, and they just have they're very lawful evil in that way. They're like, oh, this isn't good. Cool, you broke the law, we're gonna kill you, sort of situation. And they have their sights set on Gotham. They've been trying to get rid of Gotham for a while, at least cleanse it from all of its corruption. And Batman stop them from doing that. They've tried economics, where they try to get the city to tear itself apart because of the wealth disparity. But now what they're doing is they have this plan to put these psychoactive agents, like this material, this compound, into the water supply, and then use a very specific water vaporizer thing, and they run it along the elevated tracks to vaporize it, and then that compound is now airborne, which makes people psychotic and terrified, and then they will kill each other.
Yeah, that's so. Wait, so you kind of were talking about what was the goal again? Because I haven't seen Batman Begins in a long time. Again, good movie, part of a great trilogy. Yeah. But so the idea was what? To make everybody go crazy, insane, and kill each other, or was it just was that it?
The idea was the city needed to fall because it was so corrupt. It needed to fall. Because the way they argued it, Liam Neeson's character, Ra's al Ghul, basically was like, as Bruce is like, I can save the city. He goes, do you realize that we were able to infiltrate every level of this city because it's so corrupt that we're able to pull this off? That's essentially,
yes.
Don't tell me this place can be saved because we're doing this because this place sucks.
Well, that's kind of how they how I guess Nolan tried to explain how they were able to do everything, but it still seems, and usually a lot of that's a Christopher Nolan film, and he's he's about as airtight as it comes to kind of explain the logistics of things and how things would maybe work. And if you ever watch Tenet and stuff, it's a mind fuck, but apparently the people have broken down. It's no, it's consistent, or not. But Interstellar too. Interstellar is another one that I could just rant about because I love that movie and I've grown to love it. But I gotta tell you, the first time I saw the ending of that movie, I fucking hated it.
Didn't like that movie. I only saw it once. I saw it once. I didn't watch it again until maybe a year ago. I saw it in the theaters.
Okay.
And I was just like, nah.
Just didn't do it for you.
I was like, I feel like this feels like a miss.
Well, we could go into that, but I just want to say in that movie really quick, the thing that pissed me off is it's so, and they, there was press releases about the scientific accuracy of how they were doing it. And there was a lot with the planet by the black hole and the time slippage.
That was cool.
They're very cool, right? And the relativity, and just generally what a wormhole would look like, what a black hole would look like. Apparently, I don't know if they got 100% right because nobody really knows what they might look like, but as they got as close as scientists figured they could. But one thing you can't do that he does at the end of the movie is you can't go into a fucking black hole and survive. And I just had such a huge problem. It's wait, so we're being super scientifically accurate, and that's the call to fucking fame for this movie too, is how wonderful that all that was, and then we're just gonna throw that all out the fucking window, and he's gonna go into a goddamn black hole and become a fifth dimensional god of a tesseract. It's no, I don't like it, and that was where I just really had to come.
I don't like it.
I don't like it, and I will say over time, Practical Eric has learned to let go of some of that and just enjoy the movie for the message it was trying to, do and let go of the physics of it, in that moment. But yeah, at first
it's tough when a movie's focusing so hard on being accurate, and then they're but for this part, to seal the deal at the end of the third act, we're going to break all the rules that we've established. It's cool.
All the goodwill and trust and just what we were building this movie on, fucking out the window.
Plot armor, baby, engage. Let me don this plot armor. Yeah. As far as this goes, the thing that got to me is like, I mean, you could argue it's like, yeah, the city's corrupt, Doug. That's how they were able to pull this off. Scarecrow's able to, they bring the compounds into him, and he's the one that's going and putting the compound into the water system. And then,
but was it just him? That's him. It's just him.
There was a whole criminal element.
Team.
There was like Falcone was also doing it. Like
that's right.
And Maroney, I forget who all of them are, but like they were also like dividing, because some of it was drugs, and the other part of it they were putting into the water supply. Scarecrow was doing that, and then they stole this one thing that they need to vaporize the water. It just seems like such a weird plan. They're like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We got really sophisticated. We did economics before. Now let's. Hank over here has got this plan, man. We have this flower that grows on this mountain where we live. It's part of our ritual to bring people in to conquer their fears. What if we put it, we'll grind it down into like a synthesized compound, put in the water supply, and then vaporize it, and then people go crazy. It's like, Hank, I think you're onto something. I like this.
Right. Yeah. But
where's the vaporizer? Wayne Industries owns it. So we're going to steal it from them.
Also, like, I guess it's sort of like, because in the movie, some people do come under the effects, like Batman does. What's her name? Katie Holmes's character, I think, in that movie gets feared at one point. Like, they don't necessarily turn to violent, like, we're gonna just kill the first thing we see. Like, they're pretty, like, almost like catatonic, or like they're just not able to do much. And like, so does that last like forever? Like, this is part of the plan. Like, go
question.
ahead. Looks like you have something.
Well, the thing is that because people get scared, they attack, right? Because that's what they were doing, is they were seeing these monsters. Some of them are running, some of them were attacking each other.
Some of them were attacking.
Paranoid.
Okay.
And they turned into this wild mob where they just started attacking things and whatever. But yeah, also seemed weird because they do get, people are scared, so it seems like they would be catatonic or whatever. I don't know. It seemed kind of awful lot of moving parts, and all it took was for Batman to stop this machine from going down
this one machine,
the water supply, and then they were good. And it's like,
well, that's the vulnerability element, right? That's, the Death Star has the
I swear to God, you said vulnerability, and I'm like, yeah, that's the vulnerability of it.
You're right. I did say it. It's canon. I said vulnerability.
Let's talk about the vulnerability of this plan. Rock hard.
Please. Rock hard. Very firm. Very long. Girthy.
Chode-like almost.
No. Fuck.
But you're right. Yeah, because these things, it had a big vulnerability to it, which was, what if this machine, because here's the thing, what if that machine just fucking didn't work the way that they thought, or like you had like was very big pain in the ass to maintain,
yeah,
and they didn't flip the right switch or whatever. These guys aren't fucking experts in the goddamn water vaporizer technology,
No one's an expert in that technology.
No,
new technology.
Like, what if something goes wrong? You're like, oh shit, it's only got a 1 minute battery. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that. Now, I will say this: flip side, completely opposite. I think great plan. Joker in The Dark Knight. Like his plan, very simple. I'm going to terrorize the city. I'm going to play on their fears. I'm going to play on their human nature, and I'm going to get exactly what I want. And I was like,
Old Faithful, baby. Let's just, keep it simple, but just like kind of, with a little twist, maybe with a little Joker flavor. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very simple.
I was like, this is a great plan.
Right.
He's like, you know what? He's like, and the only way to make me stop is for Batman to show himself. I'm like, fucking, and what I'm going to do? Terrorize the shit out of people so they'll hate Batman. I'm like,
right.
No notes.
And what's cool is like it even shows you like part of his plan failing, and sort of like the fall of that at the very end with the two ships and the conundrum and blah blah. That was, it's like it failed, but like it didn't derail the movie. It didn't derail like his point and everything, and it still.
He was annoyed, but he's like, I'm still gonna blow it up.
I'm still gonna fucking do it though. It's like, and no one will maybe know. So like whatever.
But that was powerful because everything leading up to that point, you saw people essentially fucking each other over for their own selves, and to see that moment, I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, hey, I like this plan. It makes sense. It's simple. He's just taking over the mob and then do whatever he wants. I'm like,
fantastic performance. Always has to be called out.
100%.
Yeah, Mr. Ledger.
All right, now I think you had some ideas and so let me know what you got.
Yeah, so I don't know if you will know this one. Well, you'll know it tangentially, but like it got me thinking about like these crazy plans, and I saw like a video about it like not long ago. And it was basically, there was a villain in World of Warcraft. in one of the basically the expansion I stopped playing in, which was Shadowlands, which I guess was, I don't know, 3 years ago was that when that one came out, maybe longer. But I'm not going to go into the specifics of the plan because obviously not everybody has played the game. They don't know the story. You know some of the lore though, Doug, and you know like the rich history of like all the players of Arthas, of Sylvanas, you know, of the orcs and them coming back in Warlords of Draenor and all that, like time travel stuff and Mists of Pandaria, all these stories that happen. And so basically the Jailor is like this cosmic entity that's been around for a long time, since essentially the inception of the universe. Fine, whatever. But it was one of these things, what they did, and again, I don't want to go into all the details because we would just be here forever. But basically, it was one of those things where he orchestrated the whole thing. Like every outcome of every single thing that happened, it was all the Jailor behind it, baby.
Don't like it.
It was him. It was, yeah, don't like it. Exactly. That's your initial thing, because in all of those things, there's a million different, again, decision trees. There's a million ways that any kind of conflict can play out, and like who raises to power, who doesn't, like what that person's like weaknesses and flaws and vulnerabilities that can be exploited are, you know, like you don't know how any of that shit's going to work out. And so like every single, like, you know, like Sylvanas doing X, like he had planned it to go exactly that way. And there had been like a million decisions before that point that also went the exact way that he wanted them to do. And I just, you know, so that one specifically, I just hate it. And I like that one as like kind of the archetype of like the master plan dilemma that we were talking about, where it's like you have all these different things that need to go exactly one way when there's millions of ways that they could go, you know, or even hundreds. And like somehow you planned it all down to a T and you got it right. Like, no.
And yet they still fail.
Right. You know what's interesting though, and this could kind of work in if like, okay, I don't want to give the Jailor any credit because fuck that villain. That was a terrible villain, terrible plan. But there was someone that the video that I mentioned that I watched was someone explaining. He's a content creator on YouTube that does World of Warcraft stuff. But he is British, and apparently there's a show where they have a magician, you know, and he does like magic tricks. So he does like, you know, psychic, you know, stuff. But one of the tricks that he did was he picked 6. He had like a civilian, just like someone non-involved. He said, "Hey, I'm going to give you 6 winning horses from these 6 different races, and I'm going to tell you which ones to pick." And again, he's not a horse racer. He has no experience. You know, you bet on these basically, and you're going to win each of those races. Like I'll give you like the first, like whatever it is, the first 2 or 3 horses that you bet on. You bet on them, and of course, what do you know? This really happened. Like the woman was like amazed. Like every single time she put her money on, and the one that he said won. And this was not staged. Like it wasn't like the horse track was in on it. Like it was like, do you know how he did it? How he did the trick?
How?
So he just basically set up where the only one he shows us is the one out of 7,000 people that he sent all these picks to. So basically he had a pool of 7,000 people that he had involved in this. And so basically, you know, of that first race, the set that like got the winning horse, they were the ones that then got the bet for the second horse. And it just went down the tree, and 7,000 people was enough to basically make sure that like with enough trials, you know, enough attempts at the thing, like he would get the effect that he wanted. It was just a math thing, right? He just filmed the person he put on camera to showcase the trick was just the one that got all right. You know, he did something similar where he got 10 heads in a row from flipping a coin. He just filmed himself flipping a coin for 9 hours, and they just put the winning trial. It's like one of those things where like on a long enough timeline, anything is possible, right? Like anything will happen. And that was kind of like the defense, and then that World of Warcraft creator was saying for the Jailors, like, well, he's been around since forever, so he just has all these different plans hatching here, there, and everywhere, and he doesn't need to be right all the time. He just needs to be right the one time. Now, the problem is it falls apart in that specific scenario because he's been around for like millennia, but like the space where all these events are happening happens in like, you know, a not even 10-year period with like hundreds of different people. And it's like, no, it breaks down like at that point, at that time scale with that kind of thing. But it was an interesting point he made. And I figured, you know, I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, it's math. That's cool. I want to talk about that.
Oh, cool. It's math. Let's talk about math.
Let's talk about trials and like how, you know, things will happen given enough time, no matter what.
I want to talk about math. Right. Oh, that's interesting. I don't like that guy. I don't like the Jailor. I don't like that. I think that's, I don't like that. It's like, I was doing it the whole time. It's like, fuck you.
Oh, can I talk about stupid plan for the heroes?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but also when you told me about this topic, I immediately thought of Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
I don't know why, but have you seen it?
Have you seen
Ghostbusters 2? Yeah. So like the Statue of Liberty coming to life.
Why?
With positive energy slime. Like, I just don't like it, Doug. Like, it's so I don't have like a big breakdown of it, but like it's just like in the movie, there's like this positive energy slime, and like all it does is like when so for those who don't know, because there's probably people that haven't seen Ghostbusters, in that movie, there's this slime and it reacts to your emotional state. And in the beginning, it's like it's negative slime and like it brings out the worst in you. And, as a side effect, ghosts are involved because it's the Ghostbusters. So we got to have ghosts to bust, and basically they devise a opposite type of slime over the course of the movie because of course they do. And it's a positive energy slime. And so the big plan is we're going to go to the Statue of Liberty because there's the big bad doing this ritual at like an art museum, like the MoMA or wherever it is in New York City. And no one can get into it because there's a big negative energy shell. So we're going to just like break into the Statue of Liberty that nobody's watching, and like they're just able to just walk into. Like they just show up there. Like it's just cut from like their idea to like they're in front of the Statue of Liberty. No one questions them. No one's like whatever. It's
like,
fine.
It's the Ghostbusters.
It's it's Ghostbusters. They walk in, they just like coat the entire inside with slime. They start playing like that song Higher and Higher, and it just comes to life. And like they're just able to control it and
with a Nintendo controller, by the way.
Just march it over to the fucking museum and break the negative energy.
And what do they do? They use the torch to break the top open, and then they get. I was like, they didn't do anything with it.
Yes, right. That's it. Then they just repel in and then they do.
Yeah, they're like, we're in here now. Fuck you.
I don't know why, but even as a kid, as like a 10-year-old boy, and I had Ghostbusters underwear.
Vigo, that was his name. Vigo,
yeah. I had Ghostbusters underwear. I loved Ghostbusters. I had the toys and everything. I had the tidy whities. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I did just to show my appreciation for the franchise.
Representing ride or die.
But like even as a kid, I was like, I don't know why. It's just like, this is fucking stupid. I don't agree with this at all. It doesn't make any sense as like a 10-year-old boy. And I know that wasn't everyone's reaction, but it was my reaction. And a 2-for-1 on that same exact movie. Why is the plan in that movie for the villain Vigo to take over a baby? So he's going to possess a baby and just be like this weak, helpless baby that can't do anything and has to grow up?
But then he's going to grow up.
Yeah, but like he's a vulnerable baby.
Also, everybody knows. Everybody knows that he's in this baby. It's no secret. He didn't possess him or something. He possessed him, but it's like, I shut down this museum to possess this baby. It's like, watch out for that fucking baby, like.
Exactly. We got some years before he hits puberty, so but even that. And
that's a bad baby.
I had to watch the scene, like, because I was, for research for this, and so like I saw the scene. Even when he mentions that, like when he first tells the art curator, who I forget his name, but that actor was really funny.
Yeah.
But he tells him like, bring me a baby, or however he stupid says it. And even the guy is like
a baby?
Like, really? It's like a baby. He's like, a baby? And then the guy just like blasts him. It's like, yeah, just fucking forget. Like, it's almost like just an admission of like, this is a terrible idea. Just stop fucking thinking about it. I'm gonna just make you do it.
That's the writers being like, hey, we'll make a laugh out of it.
We'll make a laugh out of it. It's funny. And I get it. It's Ghostbusters. It was made for kids. It wasn't deep, but like even as a kid.
But you know what, though? Here's the thing. I've had that argument, like where I said, like, I didn't like Wreck-It Ralph 2. And someone, Haig, said, hey, man, that movie wasn't for you. And I was like, point taken. However, I would also argue the first one wasn't for me either. And I fucking loved it. All right? Because it had an antagonist. It had like everything made sense, and I just the second one I'm like I don't like it, and was that made specifically for me? No, but I can still look at something and be like I didn't like this, but it had the right structure and it made sense. I've seen plenty of movies. I'm like it didn't do it for me. But
this is not for you.
Makes sense,
right?
But there's also plenty of kids movies that have really good fucking stories to them, and I really enjoy them. I'm like, this is good shit. How to Train Your Dragon, baby, fucking awesome.
Never ending story. Childhood trauma, but great.
Boy.
I brought it up, Doug.
I am afraid
it's your
to
fault.
watch that.
I brought it up, by the way. It's your fault because of something that happened in our session. But
It is. Yeah, Justin and I were talking about that a few episodes ago. I have not been able to. I just can't rewatch it again as an adult. I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
That bad, huh?
I'm like, I don't want to watch this again. No, thank you.
It's rough. There's some.
I watched it enough as a kid, and it's left an impression.
The book is supposedly Kaya read the book. I think I probably did too at some point, but she like remembers it well. But she's like, the book is even worse. It's a little bit of a different vibe too, as books can be from the movies. But yeah,
fucking Germans, am I right? You know, I'm pretty sure that's a German story. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, sure, why not? Fuck it. Well, I wanted to also bring up Sephiroth's meteor summon.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I saw it on the list and I was like, he's gonna do it, and I'm gonna just fucking like, no, don't touch that.
It takes days to get there, man. Days for this meteor to show up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we don't have to get into it because it's time to move on to our game.
Well, we could have, but it's okay.
We could have, but I also, you made your opinions clear.
Yeah, because that is my favorite game of all time. Doug knows this. I think that is the greatest villain and greatest hero in any video game I've ever played. This is the OG Final Fantasy VII. I have not played the remake. Well, I played the first one partly through. I haven't played the second one that came out. I hear they're okay. They're pretty good, but
yeah.
Apparently the story is adjusted quite a bit. There's some stuff that I don't know about, and what I do know I won't spoil. But yeah, I just love that so I won't let Doug take away my light. I'm just gonna put my foot down.
That's right. That's right. All right, Eric, thank you so much for contributing to all that. Now we're gonna get to the game segment where you're nervous. I know
I am
nervous
so
about this, but we're gonna what we're doing is we're playing Guess the Movie from the audio clip. If you haven't been here before for this, I've grabbed some lines out of context from films that usually stick with me in weird ways. And the objective is for Eric to listen to these and guess what movie they're from. So, as I mentioned to Eric before we started recording, two of these I know he's seen for sure. The third one he is aware of, undoubtedly. Now, whether or not he's seen it, I don't know, but he is aware of it. So let me ask you this, Eric. Do you want to start with the one that maybe you're aware of and maybe haven't seen?
Yeah.
Or do you want to start with that one? Get out of the way?
Just get that one out of the way. Yeah.
All right. Here we go, bud. Here's your first one.
You know, Stephen Foster. Oh, Susanna. Camptown Races. Stephen Stinking Foster.
Yes, well, this happens to be a nocturne.
Oh,
Which?
Tombstone.
You know, Frederick fucking Chopin.
Yes, Eric. Yes. Let's fucking go.
I was like, I heard the beginning. I was like, okay, this sounds like any kind of fucking Western or something. I thought like the Hateful Eight for a second. And then I was like, I kept listening. Val Kilmer, though.
Yeah.
I'm Your Huckleberry. When I heard his voice, that's immediately when I knew it was Tombstone, because I love his performance in that, and I just like that movie too. So I have seen it. It's great. Yeah. Thank you.
I know you've heard of like Huckleberry. I was like, I know you're familiar with that line. I love that scene because he's over there drunk as hell, just playing the piano. Doc Holliday is, and this guy comes over. He's like, "Is that Camptown Races?" He's like, "Pardon?" He's like, Stephen Foster, Camptown Races. Oh, Susanna. Stephen Stinking Foster. And he's like, no, this is a nocturne. He's like, the what? He's like, Frederick fucking Chopin.
Yeah, I don't remember that specific the quote or part, but I knew the voice once I heard his voice.
Well, it's funny because I think that's the only time an F-bomb is dropped. I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you might be right. They get one.
I think it's an R-rated film, but like they don't drop a lot of F-bombs.
It's a Western.
But that one is just very much like Frederick fucking Chopin. It's just it's always stuck with me.
Delivered well. Yeah, that's good. That's so that one stuck with you. Yeah, okay. Well, his voice in that sticks with me. I just think his character is like my favorite character in that movie.
He's an interesting character in that film. It's funny because Tombstone, I loved it so much, and I also realized that it is a not historically accurate.
Sure.
I was like, man, Wyatt Earp's fucking cool. And then my friend, my filmmaker friend
that's
was
not
like,
real, man.
My filmmaker friend's like, hey man, you should check out Wyatt Earp, that film. And I started watching it. I was like, why is Wyatt Earp a piece of shit? Like, I didn't finish it. I go, I couldn't do it, man. Wyatt Earp sucks. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like, he's an asshole. Like, he's fucking stealing horses and shit. I thought he was a good guy. Like,
dream shattered. It's a lot of that. I mean, William Wallace from Braveheart, apparently also not a great guy. There's a lot of that in movies.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't.
A camp counselor told me that one time when at the same camp I played D&D at. I remember camp counselor, because Braveheart was out around that time, and I was like, oh, Braveheart's fucking awesome. It's like, yeah, William Wallace, not fucking awesome, by the way. It's like, I don't know. I don't know the history. I don't know if he was
the only thing I know of when I went on a tour in Scotland was like William Wallace was actually like 6 feet tall, which by that time was like he was considered huge. A giant.
Doug, you would have been, oh my God, Doug, You would have been a
I would have
god.
been. I either would have been like celebrated, or I would have been shunned from society.
Feared and respected and celebrated, and also yes, shunned. I think all of that. There'd just be a mix of the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. They're like,
The
oh,
whole
here
thing.
comes the giant Cochrane. Oh, you know. I'm like, hey guys,
That's
how's
a
it
very
going?
good Scottish. Ugh.
Ugh. It's Cochrane. Ugh. All right, you ready for your next one?
No, but yeah.
Oh, you got this. This one.
I got one. I'm happy. That was my mission.
It was great. You got one. This one, I think, no sweat. You got this.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed.
Oh.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Yes!
Deadpool 1. Deadpool 1.
Yes. Eric,
One,
I love
right?
this. Eric is like leaned off to the side. He's not looking at me. He's just like locked. He's like, I gotta stare at a fucking wall. I gotta lock into this.
I'm gonna do it again when we do the third one. Yeah.
Good. Very good. Yes, that is from the first Deadpool.
Yeah. That's like the very first part where he dives into the car and he's fighting all the thugs.
Exactly. Like he's essentially he's basically just been in the car. The car's rolled over. A bunch of guys come out. He puts his hands up. He's like, wait.
Yeah.
And then he jumps out of the car and starts shooting people with his bullets. It counts.
Fantastic.
Very good. Very good.
Very
scene.
good.
So good.
All
All right. This next one is a bit of a deep cut from a movie I know that you've seen.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right.
but I am also confident you're going to get it. So I believe in you. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I need a horse.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
And give me one of those large enough to ride.
I mean, is it a Thor movie?
It is a Thor movie.
Which one though is the question?
Which one indeed?
Can you play it again, or is that not allowed?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You play as many times as you want.
I need a horse.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
And give me one of those large enough to ride.
I mean, okay, so I feel like it can't be. It's probably not Thor 2 because Thor 2 took place mostly off Earth.
He is on Earth for a little bit, though.
He is on Earth for a little, and you saying that now makes me think I'm wrong, and that's actually Thor 2. I don't. Man. All right. I'm happy I at least got that's Thor. So wait. What are all the movies he's on Earth? He's on Earth in Avengers, but that's not Avengers. That's definitely not Avengers. So it's definitely a Thor movie, like one of his movies.
I will say it is. Do I give it away?
Oh, okay. So
Do
we
I
can't
give it
narrow
away?
down. Okay.
Do I give it away? Or am I a benevolent God? Do I give it away?
It's up to you. I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm probably not gonna be able to get it without some kind of elimination because I don't feel like there was a scene like that in Thor 1 though. Even though that one I think was the one that was most on Earth.
I think that one he is on Earth most.
Right.
Think. Yeah.
Yeah. So like statistically, I want to say it's that one, but I just don't feel like it was from that one.
I feel like least is Ragnarok.
Yes, least is Ragnarok.
I
don't think it's Ragnarok. I've seen Ragnarok.
Avengers 1. I mean, the whole movie takes place on Earth, and he's there for a lot of it. You know,
but I don't. I know Avengers.
Age of Ultron.
I've seen Avengers 1 more than I've seen any of the individual Thor movies, and I don't remember that scene in Avengers 1. So I can eliminate Avengers 1.
Okay.
I don't think it's Thor 1 for some reason. For some reason, like I'm trying to remember the scenes from Thor 1. And then the only other movies are Love and Thunder.
I don't think he's on Earth.
He is
a little bit.
He is on Earth a little bit.
He is a little bit. He's on
Thor
there.
2. He is on Earth, and Thor 2, is the one I'm probably least familiar with. It's probably the one I've seen the least out of them, or at least I might have seen as much as I've seen Love and Thunder, but Love and Thunder is more recent. Fucking hell, man. Oh, I don't know.
This will probably help.
I need a horse.
We don't have horses, just dogs, cats, birds.
And give me one of those large enough to ride.
Does that help?
No. No, Doug, it doesn't. Thank you, though. Fuck.
Normally, I'd start giving you director and year, but if I do that, it'll give it away. I can't.
Yeah.
Do that, so
Yeah. I'm
because
just trying to
you know that this is Thor, so like,
what other movies is he in? I'm just trying to think.
Age of Ultron.
He's not. It's definitely not Infinity War. That's not Infinity War. That's not Endgame. Trying to think of all the scenes he's on Earth in Endgame that he would be interacting with someone. The only person he's interacting with on Earth in Endgame is literally Hulk in that scene where like Hulk comes and recruits him, and then like them in like the compound, they're talking. You know, that's not that. I don't think he ever interacts with like the general populace in Endgame at all.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I don't think he does. So it's not Endgame. It's not Infinity War. So that leaves me between Love and Thunder and Thor 2. Am I on the right? Am I hot, cold? Is that completely wrong? Or is that giving it away if you tell me right there?
I mean,
is that 50-50?
I mean, those are both Thor movies.
I'm gonna say Love and Thunder.
You sure?
No.
It's your last chance. You lock
I'm
it
just
in.
gonna say it. I gotta lock it in. Yeah.
You're incorrect. Unfortunately, it is the first Thor film.
It is the first Thor film.
Yes.
Oh my God. So my instinct was wrong. Fuck.
I just recently rewatched that with Natalie, and he's basically just, you know, Jane has just he's trying to find his way to get to his hammer.
Yeah.
And you know, Jane offered to drive him, and then Skarsgård's like, "Don't do it." And she's like, "I can't do it." He's like, "Very well, Jane." And then he starts walking through town, and then he finds the pet store, and he's like, "I need a horse." And the guy's like, "What?"
Wait, when I replay this episode, was I thinking of Thor 1 in the beginning? Or did I eliminate that quickly? I forget what I said. Did I like pass over Thor 1?
Well, you said
I said he had the most interaction right on Earth, and that's
you
what
said
I was
he
thinking.
spent most of the movie on Earth, which is true. I think he had the most.
You
screen
said
time
something
on
that
Earth.
threw me off. You said something that threw me off, but I
don't feel like I did.
You
I was
might
just
not
leaving all your options open on the table. Is what
That's
I was
right.
doing. So.
Yeah, so it's Thor 1. Okay.
But hey, I'll tell you this much: you nailed it. It was Thor. You were darn
Yeah.
close, man. You were right there. So
the only
excellent
interaction on Earth I remember clearly in that is when he throws the coffee mug down. In
That
the,
also
in the diner.
great scene.
That's like the fun.
Another.
Scene. Another. Yeah.
Very
Yes.
good. Yes.
And then there's
very,
one.
very good.
Oh,
Eric?
in Thor 2. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead. You did
I
a
was
great
gonna
job,
say,
man.
in Thor 2, what's the interaction? He has an interaction with what's that actress? Kate Dennings?
Oh
Kat
yeah,
Dennings?
Darcy's
Where
the
she's
character.
like, how space? Yeah, Darcy. She's like, how space? He's like, space is good.
He's like, space is good.
Love that.
So
Yeah.
good. Such good stuff.
Yes.
Great job, man. You killed it. You did great.
Oh, thank you.
You
I
did
was being
wonderful,
graded
man.
by Doug this whole time. Everybody,
Oh,
just so you know.
It's so good. You're such a good boy. Way to go. That was excellent. That was very, very
Appreciate
good.
that. Yeah.
All right. So before we wrap things up, recommendations. Is there anything you'd like to recommend, whether it's a video game, movie, food, music, anything? What would you recommend people check out right now?
Yes, I want to recommend two things. One, I think this was actually you had offered this as an idea, like pre-show. We were gonna maybe go over Terminator and like the time loops.
Oh,
and all
right.
that.
Yeah.
So actually, Kai, my wife, and I just rewatched Terminator. Well, I just showed her for the first time Terminator 2, and I gotta say,
Fucking
like,
awesome.
probably the best movie in the franchise, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen some of the most recent ones, but like out of like, you know, basically this to like the early aughts and whatever, like I think definitely the best one. One of the rare times where the sequel is better than the original.
Yeah.
Just really good. It's still like
holds up today too.
It's still, I guess, over. It's almost.
It's like
25 years old.
1992 is when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, almost 25 years old. Or excuse me, almost. Wow, I just did math completely wrong. Almost.
Over 30 years old.
Over 30 years old. Yeah, over 30 years old, and like still like there's some obviously 90s effects, but they do a lot of practical effects, which you know is something that is a lost art, I guess, to some extent.
That fucking like bike and semi chase scene, awesome.
So good.
Like,
yeah,
so
it's just fun, and also like the emotional like kind of weight of it. Like I hate saying that, but like I think it's true. Like just like even Arnold, like I gotta give it to him. He can act like for someone that never really
He
started.
can act like a robot.
He can act like a robot, but even like those moments where like he kind of has to give a little bit more, like when he kind of starts to like have a sense of humor, and like you really feel it, like when you know John at the end, again won't spoil it, but like yes,
come on, man, it's over 30 years old. Like,
it's when he has to
Rosebud is the sleigh, guys. Spoiler alert.
Right. So that was great. So I just recommend that movie if you want to blast from the past or you've never seen it. You're one of the younger people. I think it's a great movie. And I don't think you actually really need to see the first one to see it. It kind of explains the deal like in the beginning. Like, all you need to know is, you know, I won't say it. I think you can watch it and you can get along. So I want to recommend that. And also, I think you might have recommended this in a past episode. Maybe you didn't, but Claire Obscure, the video game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I jizzed about that for a while.
Yeah,
Not
I think
here.
you did. So I just want to recommend that again because I think the reason I'm reminded of it again is because they're doing like some, yearly video game awards and they got nominated for
Mhm.
like a record number. I just think if you haven't checked it out and you like RPGs and it really fuses like a lot of old school JRPG stuff with like some new like Paper Mario mechanics. If you ever played that and like Persona, it kind of modernizes it with that kind of style and aesthetic and just the story and the voice acting. I mean, my God, they've got the actress that did Shadowheart. They have Daredevil is in it. Andy Serkis,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
many different things is in there. And the guy that voiced the main protagonist of Final Fantasy 16, Ben Starr is his name, I believe. In
Yeah.
it, and just like the performances, the story,
The music.
the music,
Fuck.
it all comes together, man. It's really good.
And honestly, I only played that because you told me about it. You're like, hey man, you should check this out. And I was like, I bought it immediately. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fell in love with it. So good. It's goddamn awesome. Highly
just hold on,
recommend it as well.
and I'll just say same thing I told you without trying to spoil too much. Just trust the story where it goes, and I'll just say no more.
Trust it.
Trust it.
Believe in it. And don't do the fucking obstacle courses. They're not worth it. It's stupid.
I did them all.
You're a psycho.
I am.
I would like to recommend there's a show on YouTube called Mythical Kitchen. And it basically the dude Josh Shearer essentially does this particular one called Last Meals, where he interviews someone as they go through their favorite meals. The Brennan Lee Mulligan episode warmed my heart through and through. If you don't know who Brennan Lee Mulligan is, he is a wonderful human, fantastic improviser. He's a wonderful dungeon master, game master for Dimension 20 on Dropout. He's also the current GM for the Campaign 4 of Critical Role.
Oh,
just
check
a
that
lovely, lovely human being. And hearing him talk about food. He just does this like hour-long interview, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's highly entertaining. And he's just, when I thought I couldn't love him anymore, I watched that. I was like, this fucking guy's awesome. I would love to meet this guy. It's amazing. So
fantastic. And I agree on all those points. And also, he is doing Critical Role. I mean, that's another recommendation. I'm cheating. I'm getting like 3 of them in here, but like,
doesn't matter. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Rule of cool, Eric. I'll allow it. All right.
Yeah, but no, the Brennan, I've seen bits and pieces of that one. I should watch the whole line. It's like, how long is that?
It's like an hour. It's like
an hour long. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
I guess I don't watch it. I saw that one, Christopher Waltz, they did recently too, which I started getting clips of that. But it seems like a cool show. I never heard of it until I saw the Brennan Lee Mulligan thing. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Just check it out. It'll make you feel good about life in general. So we all need that right now. So there you go. Well, while you're over at YouTube looking for Mythical Kitchen, check out youtube.com/mindgappodcast. Click the like button, subscribe button. It's free and it supports us, and leave us a comment down below. About some of these villains and these convoluted plans. Which ones did you like? Which ones should we have talked about? Were we wrong about anything? Fuck you. Did you get any of the movies right from the audio clips? Let me know. I'd love to know. Celebrate Eric. He did great. Do all that good stuff. Also, check us out wherever in the link in the description for that. You'll find links to our Discord, join the family. You find links to our Patreon and our merch at Redbubble, and wherever you're listening to this on the audio world, Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Rate and review, give us 5 stars, leave us a review, and share us around. If there's a bit or something like that you really liked, share it with somebody, because that's how people get to know us. You can be part of the family. Come join the family. Be part of us.
Word. Do it. Do it now.
Do it now. Sharing is caring and all that good stuff. So thank you all for being here. Eric, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. Thank you. I expect my check in the mail this week, and it was a pleasure.
The check is coming, my friend, and it'll be with detailed death of your character in the upcoming episode.
No,
detail exactly how your character is going to die. I'm going to call it math. Right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to predict how you die.
How dare you?
With that, I'll say, Eric, thank you. Listeners, viewers, thank you. You all have a dandy fucking week.